Hi there, welcome back to another quick and easy watercolor painting. And we're gonna work kind of fast and loose today, just like I try to most of the time, but try to jam in as much stuff as I can in a 5-minute period for you. All right, so I wet the page and then I drag my brush with some blue in it across there a couple of times, and I left some white areas in there. Okay, so I'm not going to rinse this brush out. I'm going to take this brush and I'm going to put it into my Payne's gray, and I'm just going to, you can see I'm tapping the brush, right? I'm tapping the brush. I'm not doing any brush strokes here. I'm tapping the brush to release the paint onto the page. I'm going to pick up a little bit more intense Payne's gray, put that in a few places. Now, I'm not going to rinse this brush out. I'm just going to drag it across like that. Okay, and don't try to do too much more than that with it. Okay, I'm going to take this brush now. I'm going to rinse it out because I'm going to pick up some of this sap green, and I'm going to put some sap green in a few places, and we're going to let it blend in with the Payne's gray. I'm also going to put some sap green across here. And again, don't try to do too much more than that with it, okay? Rinse this brush off, and I'm going to pick up some sienna. And in this area right here where there's no paint yet, I'm going to put some sienna into those areas. Again, you see me tapping the brush onto the page, okay? Tap the brush onto the page and just let that all bleed together for a few minutes. Don't try to do too much with it, all right? I'm going to put my brush with the sienna in it into the water, okay, like that. And not do too much more than that with it. Pick up the very saturated sienna right out of the palette. I'm just going to drop it in there a few places like that. Okay, again, don't try to do too much more than that with it. Okay, we're just going to set that brush down. And this is my #1 watercolor brush. And I've just sharpened the one end of it with a X-Acto knife, utility knife, I guess. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is in one line, go from one side to the other with our yellow ochre. Okay, and that's not quite as intense as I want it to be, so I'm going to go pick up some more yellow ochre and just slide it right across there. Now I'm going to take this brush, I'm going to put a little bit more of this yellow ochre in some areas down here. I'm just going to let that bleed together. Again, don't try to augment it too much. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to pick up some of this blue, and I'm just going to tap the blue into some places. And I know it's sort of counterintuitive. He's putting blue on the ground, but the hope is that the blue mixes together with the yellow ochre and the other green that's on there, and it gives us a different color of green. Okay, that's the hope. It doesn't always happen, but that's what we're going for. All right, so now I'm going to take this, rinse it out really good, and I'm going to pick up some more Payne's gray here, and I'm going to put a couple of fairly dark Payne's gray areas in here, a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing here again. We're going to take our #1 watercolor brush that we've sharpened and inked. We're just going to scribe through some of that, okay? Scribe through some of that. One last thing before we go. I got some salt. I'm going to drop a little bit of salt here, maybe a little bit of salt here and here. Can't really control it too much, so don't put a whole lot in there. All right, now we need to let this dry and see what we get. All right, let's have a look at this. There's still some salt left on there. I don't generally knock that off, but some people do. Look at this area right here where the salt has done that. And these trees in the background here, I mean, we didn't try to make a tree there. That's just where the water has decided and the pigment has decided that it's going to lay it. It just makes that for us. And all this darkness across the front here, these little cool little areas and all these lines going across here. And you see where that blue, I put that blue in there. You're probably thinking I was out of my mind, but look at it, it turned out pretty cool. We put our mat on there. It really is a pretty interesting little painting. I like it. All right, thanks for watching today. If you're currently a subscriber, thanks a lot. If you're not currently a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks a lot for watching today. I'd love to know where you're from. If you could leave me a comment in the comments section, let me know where you're from. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Have a great day painting. Yeah, I like this one. I think I'm going to sign this. RB. All right.